My thoughts my thoughts on the censorship of the new Dragon Quest game being made. What I think is what's the point of censoring down characters of the game Dragon Quest Monsters 3 and thinking that we want to see characters that look like they were in swim trunks, gym trunks, and looks like they pretty much so covered up they're not even being the characters they were in the other games. Here's my idea. If you're really gonna cover them up, make it a option. But if stunning from your characters into this new Dragon Quest Monster 3 game and you think we want to see covered up gold characters because some snowflakes can handle a game with a character wearing in this case a bikini armor outfit, then maybe they need to stick to kid games and just not play the game. I mean, seriously, games are aimed at people that truly love them, not people that's gonna complain about them and tell you that we want to see some censored down, watered down game because a bunch of snowflakes can't handle a few pretty female gold characters in a Dragon Quest game to be able to look like a character. I mean, dang. I mean, the world we live in these days is sad when companies choose to sell out to snowflakes so they could change things because they want us to be, they just think we want to be like that. And it's like, us as people just want something that makes us enjoy to play a game and actually enjoy to actually de-stress from them and not just be stuck with some character that we're so offensive against because, well, her outfit showing some part of her body, so what? I mean, if you don't like it, then there's so many kid games you could buy out here that they could play that don't have any nudity and they're covered up. But if you can't handle that in a Dragon Quest game, as for any game, then that really makes you question what kind of things you're being taught. This is why game companies each day end up losing money or they just flat out get shut down because us as our true fans keep trying to point out what can make a game better. But you don't want that anymore. You will listen to, I don't mean to say this, but there's snowflake groups that tell you they can't handle anything that's amazing or Goku that's pretty looking or any type of bus size. I mean a bus size that legally is close to being big busted because they would rather just have some ugly gold character that you would rather not play for more than probably not even for 5 hours. That you would rather just say, you know what, I'm just gonna jump to my classic games where you could actually get a female character that looks like a game character can look like and not be like, oh my gosh, she's too sexy looking. Let's change her look. I mean, if this is the age where we think this is cool, then that's just dumb. I mean, it seems like right in the 90s, the only thing we got mad about, parents got mad about, it was that when Mortal Kombat came out and people didn't like the other blood and stuff. But now you want a female character to be pretty, we can't have that anymore because you're going to make them so ugly looking. It just looks like we don't want no ugly female characters in the game. If you want to design them like that, go for it. But us as true fans of games just want to enjoy things. We want to be happy and actually have our game back how they were. And I don't mean to be mean and use the term snowflake, but this is what the world's becoming. It's like all our true fans' rights. I mean these companies that forget without us true fans helping them to buy the game, playing the game, they wouldn't even have a game. The game would be some bargain bin that'd be like $5 somewhere. I don't been trying to say this the mean way, but us as people really need to quit listening to snowflakes, and this goes for these game companies, is that if you that weak and sensitive that you can't handle something in a game, then why play the game? Find something that ain't offensive for you. In a video game you don't like, pick that game and stick to it. But us as people, just for once, would like to see game companies gain some common sense and just really say, you know what? If you just are true fans, we could actually get people that will enjoy our stuff again and not just be thinking numbing stuff down is wrong. Because we don't want stuff numbed down anymore in the game. That's what makes the classic games amazing. A game from the 1990s and close to the 2000 were good. At least they understood what a game was supposed to be about and not just turn into this ideals, especially ideals that seem to be straight from our past, like these, I don't like to say this, but snowflakes thing, taking ideals from our past that we try to dig from our history in our past and think that we should repeat some of these mistakes we did inside our America's history we did, because let's just basically take those ideals, mess up everything because of it, and call it as modern. The modern world needs to wake. We need to get these people to realize the modern world is dying, and whatever modern world we're in isn't a modern world. It's just taking old ideas from our history and just repeating the same mistakes again, because you see it has empowerment when there's no empowerment to them anymore. It's just a twisted bunch of nonsense. If you can't especially with video, because with games, if you can't handle a mature game, and you know it's mature, and especially when you buy it for your kid, and you know what you're doing, and you try to blame the game, if you can't read the rating or understand when you've seen the screenshots, then maybe the game is not meant for you. Stick to games you meant to be with, that you want to play, and stick to it. In the real world, there's a difference between freedom to these, don't say this, but the snowflakes are trying to dictate to us how we should think. If they don't like something, why can't they just join this game studios that close down, build their own visions of the games, and join them and be able to make any game they want? So what I say is, leave games alone, and things that should be left alone. If you don't like something in it, be a grown-up. Move past that. Don't play the game and stick to a kiddie game or any type of game that doesn't offend you. Because we just want things back how things were.